Hey MGTOWs, this is Vention. We're having a nice day in Bitcoins today. We're over $800. I think I just got my Christmas present. um, I just wanted to quickly touch base. It's my weekend. I'm having an awesome weekend. and I would like to remind people that uh, they need to secure their data and secure their Bitcoins, obviously. And it's important to have your data, whatever it is, like your credit card information, your online bill pay information, all of that stuff has to be locked down tight. Otherwise, if some kind of like virus, and of course have some virus protection too. Yeah, you're going to have to pay for it, I think. Some of it's free, but it is so worth it not to get screwed over. but basically, what I like to do is I have the free copy of Avira antivirus securing my PC, and I also secure my data using a an open source encryption program. And what it is, if anybody knows what open source is, if you don't know, it's it's created by programmers, and somebody starts the project and puts it on a website called GitHub. And what they do is they have the code there and project notes and everything, and if somebody wants to improve something about the interface or about the encryption methods or something about the menus or whatever, then basically he can write the code and then write more notes and then submit it to be adopted in the software, and then whoever's running the software, the project, will decide whether or not it's adopted and put into the software. And the cool thing about open source is that it it probably the chances of having any kind of backdoors or CIA bullshit in it, like Windows was famous for a few years ago. There was actually somebody looked at the code of the disassembled code of Windows and saw some ASCII regular lettering that says CIA backdoor right in the middle of Windows somewhere. So they were pretty famous about that. And every time you get an update on Windows, you never really know uh, if they're going to create some kind of backdoor or not. So anyway, it's a good idea to have uh, your your important data located off of your PC and have it encrypted hard, like with this program called Libre. I like Libre Crypt. Libre, which is like Spanish for word, and crypt, of course, crypt, Libre Crypt. And it's open source, so people have been through that whole thing. And then you can basically encrypt a big file and put it on a USB flash drive, which is a great way of doing it. Now, I keep it on my cell phone and I keep it encrypted. And then for the in order to access those files on my phone, I use a program called EDS. It's let's see, what's it called? It's EDS stands for encrypted data storage. And you can get it on the the Android Play Store, they call it. And then, so I highly recommend getting Libre Crypt and just download it from this link down here. I'll make sure and this is the whole project right here. If you're a programmer, you could like add things to Libre Crypt and make it a better piece of software. Or if you wanted to, you could download the source code and then compile it yourself, and then you would have your own version. You could make changes for yourself, or you could do what they call forking the project, and you could like create one that is useful for one particular little niche purpose, and you could put another GitHub up to and then you could get a lot of help in developing your own vision if people share it. And I haven't actually donated yet, but as soon as they put Bitcoins on here, I will certainly do so. So in any case, you can download it from that link. And then if you want to use your Android, you can use EDS. Now, I also use a piece of software with my Android called Samba Droid. And it basically allows you to make a folder on your cell phone visible on your PC. But the problem is you need your phone rooted in order to do that. So you need root access. So if you don't have that, it won't work for you. Okay, guys, I was just doing backflips of joy earlier, and this is quite different from back in 2015 when Bitcoin bottomed out at around 290, actually 200, about 210 or so. And I was buying them hard all that time. And now I'm vindicated, and we're having an $800 Bitcoin price. Gotta love that. But if you don't secure your information, somebody could get into your stuff and take from you a life-changing sum of money, and you would never ever recover. It's like a divorce, only not as painful. All you lose is money and not kids and stuff. So so basically, if you're not into Bitcoin yet, I would highly recommend looking into it. And if you're buying Bitcoin with Coinbase, I highly recommend looking into this program called Bitsquare, and that connects to a peer-to-peer network using the Tor network, and then it allows you to make offers or accept offers to buy Bitcoin, and then you can go through a piece like a website called Clear Exchange, and that allows you to almost instantly send money to a to somebody, and it shows up like really, really quick. It's like the conventional banking system's answer to Bitcoin. Bank transfers and everything just take way too long. They take like a week. That's one of the reasons why Coinbase is so slow. You know, you buy a Bitcoin and it takes a week to get your freaking Bitcoin. But with this, you can get it in as little as like an hour or so. So I'm a big, I haven't yet used it, right? But I am working on it. I'm going to make an account and get my funding and everything set up, and because there's a bit of a learning curve on this piece of software, in much the same way that there was a learning curve getting into Coinbase. So basically, I can't say I highly recommend this software because I haven't used it yet, but it really looks promising. And I did like a practice buy, and their price for a Bitcoin, this program, it seems to be a bit lower than Coinbase. So so they're, even though they have a spread here, apparently, depending on who's making the offers, it's less than Coinbase, and you don't have to deal with all that know your customer bullshit and send in copy of your driver's license and your phone and all of this crap. And it was just endless amounts of just garbage, bullshit, government mandated just garbage. And you don't have to deal with all of that with your with this piece of software here. In theory, I can't actually recommend it until I actually use it. So to any of you guys out there who have gotten into Bitcoin, congratulations. You know, this is a real vindication, this $800 mark here. is a vindication of what we have believed and understood for a couple of years now. And as we drop into this next economic recession, I've already gone over how the economy goes in an 7 or 8 year economic cycle, and you drop into the recession and people lose confidence in the conventional banking system when they see banks and companies and brokerages and real estate crash, and then they want alternatives. And last time around, back in the 2008 recession, I profited handsomely by buying silver going into that recession, and then it maxed out in 2011, and then I sold in 2012 because the real estate prices had bottomed, and that's when I got this house. So the trick is to buy assets which are currently out of favor and sell them when they are high. And the cycle is so slow compared to what most stock market investors and people just demand. They expect everything right now, but this is a very slow cycle, and for that reason it's fairly easy to see where you are in the cycle and see the trends. And I kind of missed out on silver a bit last time, because I sold in 2012 instead of 2011, and 2011 was when it peaked briefly at $48 an ounce. But then it started down, but real estate was also still dropping. And it was in early 2012 that I saw that real estate had bottomed. At least I thought it did. And I was right. And that's when I cashed in silver and bought the house. But I could have got about $10 an ounce more if I'd have cashed in closer to the peak. But I'll get it right this time. I'm locked and loaded with silver and Bitcoin, and I suspect right around 2019 we should max out. And when that occurs, I will cash in silver and pay off the house, and I will consider taking some of the money off of the table on Bitcoin, so that I won't have all my eggs in one basket. But when Bitcoin hits like 25 or 3,000 maybe each, I think I could expatriate to Cambodia and learn how to grow a nice garden, and learn how to kite surf and eat a lot of mangoes. So that's the plan. So don't get married later.